In this video, I'll be breaking down how we added an extra $200,000 in Amazon purchase orders to one of the Amazon Vendor Central accounts that we're working with. If you are new here, my name is Benjamin Bolshinsky. I used to work at Amazon in the vendor management team, and now I run a company called Vendor Launch, where we work with Amazon vendors to increase their purchase orders. And so, in this particular example, we had a client, a vendor, Amazon vendor, come to us because their purchase orders were declining year on year. Not only were they not growing, they were actually declining when they compare their Amazon POs compared to the previous year. And so they came to us, to myself and my team, for us to grow their Amazon vendor account. And this is not an uncommon scenario where your vendor account is not growing, it's declining, or it's getting more expensive to serve Amazon. CPIs aren't going through, chargebacks, operational issues, margin isn't there. This is all very common. And so in this particular example, this client came to us and we started working with them to increase their POs. And so we took 5 steps, just these 5 steps, which resulted in an extra $200,000 in invoiced Amazon POs. This is what they literally invoiced to Amazon. This is not Amazon ordered $200,000 of stock, but they could only fulfill $10,000. This is fulfilled, invoiced stock purchase orders to Amazon. And so the 5 steps that we took were as follows. Firstly, we fixed product suppressions. This is most important. If your product is suppressed, nothing matters. Advertising, promotions, none of that matters if the product is not viable for customers in the first place. It is the foundation of any vendor account, viability. And so we worked with the client, worked with Amazon, communicated every day with Amazon, raised hundreds of support cases to get all of their products unsuppressed, viable, so that customers could easily buy the products. That was the first step. We then got Amazon to raise more purchase orders, especially for new products. And this included products that we created for them to Amazon. They had never launched them on Amazon before. We created those products. Then there was also a big portion of the catalog where they had created the products many months ago, or in some facts many years ago, and Amazon just stopped ordering these products. They stopped getting purchase orders many months ago. And so we effectively reactivated a big portion of their catalog. A lot of these products that Amazon just weren't ordering before, we reactivated and got Amazon to raise more POs, more purchase orders for those products, which then compounded, and now these products are continuing to sell well. So we got Amazon to raise more purchase orders. That was step 2. Step 3 is, once we were confident that their catalog had no suppression issues, all of the products were buyable, all of the products were in stock and live, we then started targeting customers on Amazon who had never purchased these clients' products before. So this is specifically new to brand customers, customers who had never purchased their products before, right? And so we started targeting them through running advertising campaigns, through specifically structured advertising campaigns using the systems that we've developed. And yeah, we reached a lot of new customers. And the most important thing is, many of these customers, not all, admittedly, but many of them have come back to repurchase the products of this of this vendor. So they come back, they repurchase, and that fuels the virtuous cycle in growing the Amazon account and ultimately growing the Amazon POs, right? It's retargeting those customers after they've had a chance to try your products, which is what we did with this vendor here. We targeted customers who had never purchased them before, and then after they had either viewed the product, purchased the product, seen the product, we then continued to retarget them, and that drove the flywheel. That got customers coming back, which drove more POs, more compounding, and that is why we got 200k in invoiced Amazon POs. The next step, we then looked at the catalog and we looked at how can we actually increase average selling price and average order value. The reason why this is so important is because products with a lower selling price are more likely to get suppressed. Products with a higher selling price are less likely to get suppressed. They are more profitable for the vendor's bottom line. It means you can advertise more because you can outspend your competitors on the relevant search terms. And Amazon loves it. Amazon loves high ASP because they make more money off of it. So we were able to increase average selling price, average order value, bundling products, merchandising variations, a whole bunch of different kind of factors and systems that we use. And so we drove the ASP, the average selling price, to be significantly higher. And then lastly, we implemented what we call the Vendor Launchpad Profitability Panel. This means that we can track the profitability on every single product that the vendor is selling to Amazon. So it's profitability at a product level. Because as you know, Amazon doesn't report profitability on a product level. Or sorry, I mean Amazon does report it, but from the vendor side, vendors usually they don't track profitability on a product level basis. Instead, they look at their overall profitability with Amazon. But if you can track profitability for every single product individually, factoring in shipping costs, trading terms, chargebacks, advertising, you know if you're actually making money or not. And then you know how much you can advertise for each product. You know how much you can promote for each product. So we built out this system for the client where they could look at how much margin each product was actually driving for their business. And then using this Vendor Launchpad Profitability Panel, using this system, we've been able to identify unprofitable products, right? And we then implemented a CPI to address this, right? Like, there's no point selling a product on Amazon if you're not making any money off of it, right? So it's much better if you're making money off all your products, which is what implementing this CPI did. In fact, in this particular example, we found it was around 10 products, and that were making around close to 10% of total account sales, where the vendor wasn't making any money, right? And so we were able to implement a CPI for these products, and now the vendor is once again profitable, and we have more room to advertise, and we have more room to promote, we have more room to grow the business of these products. So that was the 5 key steps that we took, and ultimately it resulted in 200k in increases in invoiced Amazon purchase orders for this vendor. In fact, I would expect that this will compound well into the future. You know, this time next year, it's probably 1 million, 1.5 million that the vendor would have just otherwise left on the table, not got. And so, yeah, it was a success story. Is this guaranteed for you? No. But if you are interested in learning more about this, then please book a call with myself or my team, and then we can look at implementing a similar outcome, a similar structure for your account as well, if you are eligible. Have a great day. We'll talk shortly, talk soon, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Bye.